Good morning, students. Welcome to today's session of reproduction rates. In the previous class, we have studied about the four measures of fertility, wherein we were not able to find out the rate of growth of population, whether it is increasing or decreasing. So, in this class, we shall study about the reproduction rates. For measuring the rate of growth of population, we calculate the reproduction rates. So there are two types of reproduction rates, namely first one gross reproduction rate, second net reproduction rate. So in this topic, we clearly come to know that whether the population is increasing or decreasing. Now let us study the first topic, gross reproduction rate. So here GRR is defined as the sum of annual WSFR of the entire reproductive span without mortality. Before explaining you this, students, generally fertility means it refers to birth, whereas mortality refers to death, which study in the next future topics. So GRR is very well defined as the sum of annual WSFR of the entire reproductive span without mortality. So there won't be any of the deaths in the GRR, only the births will be considered. It is computed by the formula GRR equals I into summation WSFR, where I goes from 15 to 49. We all very know that the childbearing age group of a woman is 15 to 49. And where I means the magnitude of age class, which is always considered as 5 because it is a quinquennial age group, whereas WSFR stands for Women Specific Fertility Rate. We are familiar with the ASFR, Age Specific Fertility Rate. Similarly, WSFR means Woman Specific Fertility Rate. Here we have a very important note. What is it? After calculating GRR for a given data, we get an answer. So after getting the answer, we need to write the final conclusion. So it depends on these three notes. First one, if GRR per woman is 1, I mean if the answer which we get is exactly 1, it indicates that the current generation of females of childbearing age will maintain itself on the basis of current fertility but without mortality. There won't be any mortality details here. Second, if GRR answer is less than 1, it implies the population would decline. Decline means the population is decreasing. And if GRR value is more than 1, it implies the population would increase. So by this we come to know that in the GRR whether the population is increasing or decreasing, whether the rate of growth of population is increasing or decreasing. Here we have the merits and demerits of GRR. Merits. First point, it is useful for comparing in different areas or in the same area at different time periods. We can compare from place to place also in the areas. Second, it has an advantage over the total fertility rate because in its computation we take into account only the female babies who are the future mothers. Next, demerits. First point, it ignores the current mortality. All the girls born do not survive till they reach the childbearing age. So, finally we came to know that GRR means it is only for the fertility. It refers to only the births. We ignore the mortality means death is ignored, only the births are considered. Now let us solve the problem of GRR. Here we have the data. Calculate gross reproduction rate for the following data. The first column is about age group. It is clearly mentioned that it starts from 15 and it ends up to 49. Second column, here we have the female population, and the third column, here we have the female births. So now let us calculate the problem here. We have to again rewrite the given data, age group, female population, female births. Look at here. We all very well know the formula for GRR is I into summation WSFR, where I goes from 15 to 49. So now let us calculate the formula. Here we need to find out WSFR. We all very know ASFR formula is female birth divided by female population into 1000. Similarly, here also we calculate woman specific rate by using the same formula. It is calculated as follows. For the first age group 15 to 19, female birth divided by female population into 1000, that is 20 divided by 1000 gives you 20. And the next one, 60 divided by 900 into 1000 gives you 66.7. And for the age group 25 to 29, it is calculated by 50 divided by 800 into 1000 gives you 62.5. Similarly, we have to obtain same as above how we did. So after getting all these values, we need to add up all these to get the summation WSFR, I mean the total. So now the total is 270.4. So after getting the total, we have to substitute in the formula here. GRR equals I into summation WSFR. I is considered as 5 because it is fixed and the age group is difference is 5. So now let us substitute the total here. It is 270.4. Now let us multiply. 5 into 270.4 gives you 1352 female births per 1000 women of childbearing age. Therefore, GRR answer for the respective data is 1352. This is how we have to calculate gross reproduction rate. Even as well, we can find out the calculation of GRR per woman. So it is as follows. So we have the formula GRR per woman equals GRR divided by 1000. Do you all remember? We did the same thing in the previous topic, that is total fertility rate. The same concept carries here also. So for this particular problem, the GRR answer which we have got is 1352 divided by 1000. So the answer for this is 1.352 female births. So depending on this answer, now we have to write the conclusion. Everybody remember the note which I said you few minutes before. If the answer is greater than 1, it shows that the population is increasing. If the answer is less than 1, it is decreasing. Now in this problem, our answer is 1.352 female births. This indicates that since this rate is greater than 1, the population is increasing. So by this topic, we came to know that the rate of growth of population is increasing. Dear student, now let us study about the next reproduction rate, that is NRR, net reproduction rate. It is defined as the average number of daughters that would be born to a female if she passed through her lifetime conforming to the age-specific fertility as well as the mortality rates of a given year. So this indicates that in NRR we consider both fertility, which is referred as birth, and mortality, which refers to death. So both the fertility and mortality are considered, especially to a daughters that are born to a female. The NRR is computed by using the formula which is displayed here, and the formula is NRR equals I into summation WSFR into S, where I goes from 15 to 49, where I refers to magnitude of age class, which is always considered as 5. WSFR, you all know, you are familiar and common with it. Woman specific fertility rates, and it is defined as female birth divided by female population into 1000. And this S refers to survival rates, from how many long years they survived. Here we have merits and demerits of NRR. Merits. It takes into account current fertility and current mortality. Birth and deaths are considered. It will show a tendency of increase or decrease in population. Depending upon the given data answer, will come to know whether the NRR is increasing or it is decreasing, and this indicates the rate of growth of a population. Demerits. It assumes constant rates of fertility and mortality over a generation. The data is always a constant. The population of a country may become depleted more by migration than by declining birth rate. So you all know the meaning of immigration and emigration by the previous topics. It cannot be used for forecasting future population changes. So these are the merits and demerits of NRR. Here we have a very important note. Before that, I would like to tell you all that same as GRR, if it is less than 1, the population is decreasing. If it is greater than 1, the population is increasing. Similarly, the same thing implies in NRR also, but for a single data, if they ask you to find out both GRR as well as NRR, we get two different answers for the same question with the different formulas. So in this situation, if GRR per woman is greater than 1 and suppose NRR per woman is less than 1, so we have to always consider as the conclusion is the population is decreasing. Is it clear to all of you? It means that the importance is given to NRR as it considers both fertility as well as the mortality. So the population is decreasing as the value of NRR is very less than 1. Here we have a problem. Calculate net reproduction rate from the data given below. Observe the data properly and the similarity between GRR and NRR. Age group which is given in the form of years, female population, female birth. Still here you were familiar, but as this NRR considers mortality rate also, there is a new one here, survival rates, which is denoted by S, and it will be always in the decimal point. Be careful with this. Now let us solve this problem. The outline of the problem is here. Rewrite the problem again. Age group, female population, female births, survival rates. You all know the formula. NRR equals I into summation WSFR into S. I goes from 15 to 49. WSFR, women's specific fertility rate. S refers to survival rates, wherein the data will be given in the question. So high means we all very know 5. We need to calculate WSFR. So our next column will be WSFR, and again see the formula WSFR into S. So our next column will be WSFR into S. We have to add all these values and finally we get the summation WSFR into S. Now let us calculate the problem now. Now I am calculating WSFR values. It is nothing but female birth divided by female population for every particular given age group. The first age group is 15 to 19. It is calculated as 50 divided by 3000 into 1000. So the answer is 16.66. Same it is followed for all the age groups. 136.66 and we get as 50.00, 33.33, 20.00 and the last one 8.33. This is how we have to calculate. And the next column is WSFR into S. We need to multiply this obtained WSFR into the given data survival rates. For the first age group 15 to 19, we need to multiply these two columns. That is 16.66 into 0.9 gives you 14.99, and the next 160.00 into 0.9 gives you 144.00. Similarly, we get 109.08. Next 40.00, 26.66, 16.00 and the last one 5.83. So after obtaining this WSFR into S, we need to add all these values. So we get summation WSFR into S. The total we get here is 356.56. So the total summation WSFR into S is 356.56. Now let us substitute this total in the formula here. So 5 into, I'll type the total here, 356.56. So now let us multiply. 5 into 356.56. We get the answer as 763.6585. Female births per 1000 women of childbearing age. So this is the answer for NRR. Even here also we need to calculate NRR per woman to give the conclusion of the rate of growth of population, whether it is increasing or decreasing. So here we have the calculation part. NRR per woman equals NRR divided by 1000. Now let us calculate here. The NRR value which we have got for the particular problem is 763.6585 divided by 1000. So if we divide this, we get the answer as 0.7636 female births. So let us give the conclusion now. You people can judge whether it is less than 1, greater than 1. It is very clear that it is very less than 1. So since this rate is less than 1, the population is decreasing. This is how we have to find out net reproduction rate for the rate of growth of population. So dear students, in this class we came to know about the rate of growth of population, whether it is increasing or decreasing by using the two methods GRR, NRR, and a very well defined GRR formula. Its node, merits, demerits, and the problem. We have calculated the entire problem here. And even as well we have calculated GRR per woman and the population is increasing. And the next, net reproduction rate with a very well defined, its merit, demerits, very important note, and the problem and the solution of the problem is here. As well we have calculated NRR per woman. So this is the procedure of calculating GRR and NRR. So by this we came to know the population is increasing or decreasing. Thank you.